Happy birthday.
Ne olduğunu anlayamadım ama. Where are you from? You're from Tampa? Neredeyiz dostları? Bali, Canggu gece hayatındayız. İnanılmaz bir gece bizi bekliyor. Gördüğünüz üzere sokak dolu, içerileri ayrı dolu. Burayı biraz sizlere tanıtacağım. Hemen sol tarafında buraya döndüğümüzde Old Man var arkadaşlar. Buranın en fazla insan alan yerlerinden bir tanesi. İçerisi çok keyifli. Birazdan belki sorarız içeri girebilir miyiz diye. Telif yememek için biraz da uzakta kalmak istiyoruz açıkçası. Hemen sağ tarafımızda ise Meksikola mıydı Metin? Meksikola. Kaç kere geldin buraya?
Abi buraya 2 kez geldim. Çok eğlenceli bir yer. İnsanlar hem yemek yiyor hem masada girip dans ediyorlar. Eğer şansımız olursa içeri girersek gösteririz. Çok eğlenceli mekan.
O zaman deneriz kardeşim. Hadi gel. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, fine.
Where are you from?
Spain.
¿Cómo estás?
Hola.
Hola. ¿Qué pasa? ¿De dónde eres?
Madrid.
Madrid. Hola Madrid. Hala Madrid. Hala Madrid arkadaşlar. Şimdi bu tarafa doğru yürüyeceğiz. Old Man ve Meksikola saat 1'de kapanıyor arkadaşlar. Burada bir sıra var. Hey guys, are you waiting line?
What?
Are you waiting line?
No, we are just dancing.
Just dancing here.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Finlandia.
Finlandia.
Yeah.
Mitä kuuluu?
Hyvä koulu.
Onko kaikki hyvin? Kiitos paljon.
What are you doing?
We have like travel channel asking some question about the nightlife. Do you like
We have been doing the same.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah, we have been interviewing people.
Oh, where?
I can show you.
YouTube. You
No,
doing
on
YouTube?
Snapchat.
In Tampa?
On Snapchat.
On Snapchat, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk with the people.
Yeah.
Can we show them?
I asked something and they answer. They said that which one is better, Old Man's or Mexicola.
Oh, okay.
And then they show their favorite dance move. Wait, here.
Okay, cool. How long have you been here?
Look.
Ah, they were dancing.
Yeah.
The Balinese people.
Yeah.
We love them actually. They're so nice.
So now we have been here 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, just for holiday.
For holiday. When
Yeah.
you gonna come back?
Tomorrow.
No, this is your last night.
Yeah.
What's your plan tonight?
Have fun. Yeah.
Did you find any handsome guys?
Many.
Did you meet any local guys here?
Yeah. Surf teachers.
Huh?
Surf teachers.
Surf teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. So good luck for last your night and enjoy your
Oh,
night.
they are there.
They are there. They are there.
Yeah, we will go there.
Did guys?
Do you want to meet them?
Yeah, why not? Okay, let's go. Ah, the guys. Hey guys, I don't care. I love it. Oh bro, I don't care. It's my king. You can talk with my king. I'm drunk already. So they love you so much. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I love them, you know. You love them as well. Oh yeah, of course. Welcome to paradise. Welcome to paradise. Welcome to my home, brother. This is your home, yeah? Yeah. Feel free in my home. Wait. We have to go outside.
Take a picture.
Of course you can.
Olmadı Kuba.
Ya bence buraya motor sokmamaları lazım ya. Çünkü durmadan insanlar geçiyor. Hoş değil bence. Metin'cim bence biz bu tarafa doğru devam edelim. You gonna take a photo?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Kia.
Kia.
Yes.
Nice
so
to meet
could
you.
Give me your channel's name.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I have. Huh? İçeri. Are you from Tampa?
Finland.
Where are you from in Finland?
Turku.
Turku.
Yeah.
I've been in Tampere and Helsinki.
Oh, cool.
10 days.
Alma, look at how many followers they do have.
Go show them. It's your birthday. We know what it is. It's your birthday.
He said that you are doing YouTube.
Yeah, I'm doing YouTube, Instagram, everything.
Go show them. It's your birthday. We gonna party like
It's your birthday. If you put Instagram, tag me.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice to meet you lady. Tersi bu şekilde dostlarım. Metin az önce zaten bayağı güzel gösterdi. Çok mutlu oldum o an. Kızlar konuşmayı bırakmadı valla. Hi, how are you? Where are you from?
America.
America.
America.
From America. Oh, where are you? Where do you live in America?
San Francisco.
Okay, I've been in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It's nice.
How long have you been in Bali?
4 days.
Hey.
What is this for?
I travel around world.
You what?
Travel around world. Asking some about the nightlife. Do you like nightlife in Bali?
Yeah, this place has been amazing.
You like Mexicola, yeah? More than the other places.
Good music, yeah.
They're gonna finish and then they are going to Sandbar. You been there?
Yeah. We were just there.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, here's good.
Which is better, American nightlife or Chango nightlife?
American.
American.
The music's better. The music's more upper alley.
Which is cheaper?
Here.
So much cheaper.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, very nice to meet you lady. Bak şimdi ben bunu dans ettireceğim. Yengem elini vereceksin, dans edeceksin. Hemen sallama ya. Hemen sallama ya. Ben kadına diyorum ki neyse. Ben bu şarkıyı çok seviyorum kardeşim ya. Vallahi içim kıpır kıpır şu anda. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Why is he scared? Where are you from?
England.
England. Come on, England.
You're gonna have to.
How long have you been here?
3 days.
Which is better, England night or Bali night?
Bali night.
Bali night. You like it?
That's
Okay. Which is your favorite place here?
Night. She does have a song. You're gonna have Sunbar.
Sandbar. After one day start, yeah.
She's gonna be home in half an hour. I just gotta have to key that because she doesn't have something on that.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
I cannot do this shit right now. I'm hanging
Neler dönüyor burada arkadaşlar? Ne olduğunu anlayamadım ama oluyor, ona bir şey diyor, ona şeyler diyor, anlamadım. How are you? Good? What's wrong? What happened to you?
Why are you doing this? Why are everyone doing this to me?
Kızın problemi var, uzaklaşalım. Good night guys. Ama fark ettiğiniz üzere yaşlar bayağı genç arkadaşlar. 20 ile 28 yaş arasında değişiyor. Şimdi bir de kapanacak buralar. Aşağıya doğru Sandbar'a doğru devam edeceğiz. Hi guys, how are you?
We're very good. Thank you.
I'm very good too. Where are you from?
Norway.
Urungorde.
Hi.
Dedubra.
Segubra.
Segubra. How long have you been here?
2 months.
You love it?
We've been here 2 months.
You love here?
If you love it. Yes.
It's perfect, yeah?
Just not when it rains.
How long you gonna stay here more?
Another month.
Another month?
Yes, 1 more month.
So what do you do here? Just travel?
We study
Study?
philosophy.
Philosophy?
Yes.
The best spot, huh? So, do you like Norwegian nights or Bali nights?
Bali night.
Bali nights better, huh? Is it cheap?
Yes. Much cheaper than
Much
Norway.
cheaper than Norway.
Norway is very expensive. Very expensive.
But you make money there and it's cheap here, yeah?
Yeah.
This is the difference. So, what's next?
Okay,
Bro, we are in the here, you know? Come on. They're crazy about this. I think they shouldn't put the motorcycle here. They needs to be here, like walking place.
Yes.
But it's happening. What's your name?
Julie.
Julie, and you?
What?
What's your name?
Elisa.
Where are you going right now?
Where are we going?
Where are you going right now?
Video here, bro. You can make there.
Okay. But we are in the street, not old man.
This is for the old man. This way.
I'm not looking old man. Good night. Öyle oldu mu dövesim geliyor ya. Niye ben de öyle oluyor bilmiyorum. Böyle bir gerginleşiyorum bana böyle bir emir verdiğinde. Hey guys, how are you? Where are you from?
Netherlands.
Netherlands. How long have you been here?
1 night.
Did you like nightlife here?
No.
It's small, yeah?
Yeah. We don't know.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are just trying to. Yeah.
They're gonna close right now and they will open their Sandbar. It's gonna be close to seaside so you can go there. But there's no another option, so many.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay, thank you.
how old are you?
20.
20?
19.
19. What's your best country have you ever visited so far?
Thailand.
Thailand. For me too.
Yeah?
Yeah?
For me too.
Where is in Thailand? Phuket?
No.
Koh Phangan? Koh
No,
Samui?
I think Koh Tao.
But
Or
for me
Pai.
too. Oh my god. You like
Pai.
diving? Huh?
Pai was also nice. Pai is nice.
Yes?
Pai. It's
Pai.
in the north.
I didn't go there. It's nice?
Yeah.
It's a nature?
Yeah, also.
What's the nature? Like there's a seaside there?
No.
I know. Just bored.
It's only the mountains.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
For what is it?
We have like travel channel asking some nice question for the people.
Okay.
At the same time traveling. What are your names?
What is it called?
Cesar Firarda.
Okay.
What are your names?
I'm out.
Mount.
Micah.
Cesar, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Have a
meet
good
you.
night. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Hi. How is it going? You like Bali nights?
Yeah, very good. Lot
Very
of
good.
boy, lot of alcohol. Very good.
You're from France?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have an accent.
Yeah.
Okay, and you?
Je m'appelle César.
César?
César?
Jules César?
Yeah, Jules César.
Ah, good.
Turkey.
Turkey, good.
Turkey. How long have you been in Bali?
2 weeks.
You like
yeah.
40 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Friends.
You like here, Bali?
Yeah. Yes, but just don't go to Seminyak. It's very bad.
Seminyak, I don't
Yeah,
like as well.
very bad.
What's your favorite place in Canggu? Canggu?
Yeah, Canggu.
And Ubud is good for the jungle.
Ubud is for a good street chill, yeah? So what's the best nightlife here? Like, what's the best place here? Where they need to
Yeah,
go?
Sikola. Yeah, very good.
I think we don't have lots of options already.
Why?
I don't know how many places here. Sikola, Old Man Sandbar.
A lot. Yeah.
Oh,
Beach club too.
beach club too.
Yeah, you have to go to the beach club.
Pins like something.
Comment ça s'appelle? La Brisa.
La Brisa.
Yeah.
You like La
La
Brisa?
Brisa,
La
very
Brisa.
beautiful.
Quel âge a-t-il?
20.
23. 23.
No, 22.
22. Okay. Okay, what's your next? You gonna stay in Bali?
No, we leave to Australia in tomorrow. Sorry?
You work there as a farm something?
From?
Yeah.
In Australia?
Are you working there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you make money and then travel.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Burada bizim dönerciler var. Yarım ekmekçiler var.
Sorry, where did you get this from?
This one.
Yes.
Bro, this is my brand.
Your
This is
brand.
our collection.
Because
You like it?
if it's black, I will take it.
I have gray, dark gray.
Right? Yeah,
It's
picture.
beautiful. I can show you. Arkadaşlar görüyorsunuz. Reklam yapmaya gerek yok. Yemin ediyorum.
Anlatmak çok zor ama
Ya bunu var ya.
yaşıyoruz ya. Bunu
Sahte değil ya. I'm explaining. It's so
Well, you-
nice
where
because you
from?
ask Turkey, bro.
Turkey, okay. I'm from Slovakia.
Slovakia.
Yeah.
Jak so much?
Jak so much?
Jak so much?
That's actually Czech, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's alcohol. I don't want it to be in it.
I had like 4 girlfriends from Slovakia.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they are the beautiful ones.
Yeah, they are.
Look, that's my girlfriend.
Yeah,
she's from
beautiful.
Slovakia.
Yeah, that's-
Camera can take her. Like this.
Show her. Did you see? Slovakian are very beautiful. Very nice to meet you, Cesar.
Nicola,
Nicola.
nice to meet you.
And you,
I'm
bro?
Michael.
Michael, nice to
What
meet
about you?
Cesar.
Cesar, so
I have subscriber my channel, but you can follow from our channel.
don't worry, tomorrow I unfollow.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm kidding.
And you, how old are you, bro? Not.
What do you think? How old I am?
You are like 28.
Let's ask your YouTube subscribers. How old am
Yeah,
I?
they need to answer. They need to.
¿Cuántos hay, viejo? Ya estoy caminando.
Here.
Oh, good.
We travel, bro.
What about subscribers? How many?
In YouTube, like one of them 173.
Oh, you started the first Instagram or YouTube?
YouTube first.
And that's how you came to this.
Yeah, and then I start Instagram too.
Okay. You
Yeah.
travel a lot? I want to go here.
Here,
This.
like, yeah. Tampo Lampo. What was it? Campo Lampo, something like that. You're gonna like that.
But this video is about it or not?
No, this is like
It's just a photo because you have a cover, nice.
Like cover.
I have just 48. But
It's very good. What do you do,
coming.
bro?
I'm modeling,
You're modeling?
and yeah, modeling stuff. Here is my girlfriend.
You're handsome, bro. Look at your body, bro. You are so fit. Perfect. Woo! Oh, we go step. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hot, man.
Yes, you are, bro.
Okay.
Bro, we don't have any chance with him, you know.
I can show you. I can show you.
Yeah, show me. But we take the camera and we shoot you. Yeah.
Very
Thanks.
nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate
We're
it.
going to make a video of this.
Yeah, we're gonna see you around. Thanks
See
so
you
much.
around.
See you around. Thanks so much.
Okay, I have your Instagram stuff.
Thank you.
We don't have a black one.
No, we don't have.
You should make black.
I will make it.
All black.
Bro.
Always black, you know?
Whatever you wear, you're gonna be handsome.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure.
black is black.
Black is best. Yeah, I'm sure.
black.
Black is black.
Yeah, black is black. Like,
That's true. The best color.
whenever I take anything else than black, I don't feel as good as I take black.
I understood. So we need to make
No homo.
No, no. Good night. See you brother. Abi ne kadar güzel değil mi eğlence ya? Çok iyi ya. Hi guys, how are you?
Nice.
Where are you from?
Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Tu parles français or German?
Français.
Français. Je m'appelle César et toi?
Dalia.
Alia, enchanté.
Enchanté.
How long have you been here?
10 days.
10 days. What's next?
And then Gili.
Chile.
Gili.
Yeah, Chile.
Gili Islands.
I was in there.
It was
I
nice.
stuck there. It was perfect, but it was horrible at the same time because of the raining. So don't go there before raining season. You should go normal season.
Yeah, no,
Otherwise,
it's too
you're gonna
late,
be like,
yeah.
but nightlife is better than here, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's small but better. You will like it.
I
there.
think so.
What about Bali? Did you like Bali nightlife?
Nightlife, not really. I prefer like the activity like rafting, kayaking, hiking.
Surfing, something like.
Yeah.
You try surfing?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
Many people do surfing. So, how old are you?
I'm 24.
What's the best country so far?
That I traveled. In Asia, I would say Philippines.
Philippines. I really wonder there. Next year I'm going to there because
Yeah, it's worth it.
I already missed the normal season.
And you, are you from?
Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh.
You been in Turkey?
No, but in Belgium there is plenty of Turkey.
Too much. So you try
No,
kebab
it's not
there.
too much. Well,
So you try kebab. You try kebab?
I'm vegetarian.
So you like falafel then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, very nice to meet you. Thanks so much.
too.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Bizimkiler bizi bekliyor galiba.
When you're going to be posting on Instagram, can you tag me?
Yeah,
Oh, actually, you have the picture with the dog today.
Yeah,
I just saw it on your Instagram.
Metin bir tane fotoğraf çeksene bu arkadaşlarla.
Yeah?
So we can take all together photo and we can share.
On story?
Yeah, story.
Oh, cool, bro. Wait,
It's fine, bro.
let her take this.
Yeah, she can. She is the interviewer. Hold on. Okay, I will take you.
I'll never find Instagram.
My Instagram.
But you follow me, I can find you.
Yeah, I did actually.
Just text me from the message, bro. Yeah, it's enough. Just
Yeah?
send me. I will find out.
Okay.
Very nice to meet you guys. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Everything, bro?
Good, bro. Same.
Good?
Same. We are still doing the same. What about you?
So how is Bali, bro?
Bro, it's not so crazy.
It's not so crazy? Should we make it it was crazy?
It was crazy, bro.
Did you get good content?
Yeah, I did.
Some orgy? So many?
So many, bro.
Do you want to do orgy right now? Should we call the girls? Yo, ladies.
Ladies, please, please. Okay.
So, who is the smartest girl from all of you three?
I reckon, yeah.
I'd say it'd be me.
Okay. who is richest out of you three?
Richest?
Yeah. No, richest, like
Like richest in
out of
what
three.
way?
You to three.
Like money
money.
or what?
Money.
Where are money? I don't know.
You. Seems like her.
Next question.
Seems like her. Who is the nicest out of you three?
The nicest?
Yeah.
I think
like?
Now we're four. I'm getting
He's the
confused.
nicest.
Yeah,
He's the nicest.
What's the question?
This one right here.
So I asked your friends who's the nicest, and they said you.
For sure. Don't listen to them.
Okay.
Talk shit. Don't me.
What's the craziest thing you can do for your friends?
Wait, this is my good side.
Always, ladies pick the best side. What's the best thing or the craziest thing you can do for your friends?
Next question.
Okay, can you make a question for her? Not too offensive.
And she invited us all to
Okay, all together. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the night. Happy birthday to you. Okay, do you have a boyfriend? Boyfriend.
Right there. That's my man. That's my dark chocolate
Oh.
man.
What's the name?
Tall, dark, and handsome. That's
the
him
name?
over there.
What's the name?
I love you, baby.
He's shy.
Noah.
Noah, can we have you over here, brother? 1 second, bro.
Baby, come here.
You two, bro. Let's do it.
Bro, come here.
He's shy. He's shy.
Wait, what is this for?
For you two.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. No.
Quick kiss. No? I think we are. Yeah, okay. Yeah, ladies, have a great night. Thank you so much. Bro, I got the wrong one. But okay,
You are still good. I mean,
can we do a video like 10 minutes? Let's see how many girls you make out.
make out?
Yeah.
Bro, this is travel channel.
Okay.
The Cesar Yılmaz is different. I miss you. How are you, bro?
You like this girl? Hey.
Sorry.
Hey.
Excuse me. We can go. We can go. Hey, how are you? What's your name?
I'm going home.
No, this is the home.
I'm going home.
What's your name?
Nasha.
Dasha, where are you from?
Bali.
Maldives.
Bali.
Bali.
Bali.
You're Balinese?
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you like Balinese nights?
Huh?
Do you like Bali nights? Out of 10.
10.
10.
11.
What's the
12,
best place
13.
here? Where we should go?
The best place? Everything is best. I don't know.
Where?
I can't even decide that.
No?
I can't even decide.
Just say one. Maya. Tomorrow.
Savaya.
Savaya.
Or Fins.
I'm going to Savaya tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
You should join
Fisher.
us. Yeah. Tomorrow there is no Fisher. You should come. See you there. Dasha. Take care. Go. Nice to meet you. Bro. Hey guys, how are you? Where are you from, guys?
I'm from Norway.
Norway. Hvordan går det?
Det går bra.
Det går bra.
Det går bra. Han kunne norsk.
How do you like it here so far?
It sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Why?
No hot guys.
No?
No.
No handsome guys?
No.
But there are lots of handsome guys here. No? No? Look at these guys. You didn't like these guys?
No.
Look at him.
They're kind of old.
Old?
Yeah.
How old are you?
19.
I am old too then.
Yeah, you are. They're old. They're old people.
We are really old. Yeah, bye. Yaşlı dedi. Harbiden yaşlandık ya. She said that we couldn't find young men here.
What's up?
She said that we couldn't find young men here.
Oh, you are young. You're 19.
Yeah.
Bro, you should have said I'm 19.
But she said you are old.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
What do you want? This one?
Hey, how are you?
Really good player.
Come here.
So, what's your name?
Holly.
Holly, where are you from?
Australia.
Australia. So what do you think about Bali? Is Australia better or Bali party-wise?
Good question. I almost got taken to prison 5 minutes ago.
Okay, perfect.
I'm not
Brilliant.
joking. Like, I just got taken in there.
Okay, what was your best experience in Bali so far?
But having 2 years ago, I literally just got taken to prison 2 minutes ago.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Like literally 2 minutes ago, I almost got taken in the cup.
Okay, whoever moves first out of us two is gonna kiss to my friend.
Pardon? Pardon? I don't want to find it. I can't hear.
You didn't get it. You didn't get it.
God, I can't hear.
I said, whoever moves first out of us two is gonna kiss to our friend.
I'm about to kiss my friend.
I said, whoever moves first, he already lost. Are you single or are you taken?
I can't feel you.
Are you single or are you taken?
Goodbye.
Both? Cool. What do you think about my friend? Is he cute or not?
I can't say nothing.
Okay. Can we do kiss or slap?
Guys, I was actually almost...
Why did you slap me?
I was almost literally about to be arrested. I got put back in the cop
You
car.
slept.
I'm not kidding. I got put back in the cop car.
Are you Dutch?
Guys, what?
Are you Dutch?
Yeah?
Oh, really?
Oh. Are you done?
Bro, she's higher than us.
I'm Australian with my bicycle.
Bro, let's make them do something crazy.
Crazy?
Yeah.
Crazy later. This is travel finish.
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay,
finish
no.
and then let's
No
do
worries,
travel.
no worries, no worries. Take
So
your
what
time.
about you? You like here?
Bro, I love Bali is the best place in the world. This is the happiest place in the world. This is one of the cheapest places for people like us who are not rich. So if you want to have fun, if you want to enjoy, if you want to visit really beautiful places, Bali is absolutely amazing. One of the best beaches in the world.
Beaches?
You've been to beaches. Nusa Penida, really beautiful.
But
really
not
beautiful.
one of the beaches. Thailand is better.
Is Thailand better? I don't know. I like Bali a lot. So Uluwatu, go to Uluwatu.
Uluwatu.
Dreamland, one of the best beaches. What's your name?
Andrea. It's
Andrea.
Andrea, this is TV.
television.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are you
Hello, we love Bali. I'm from Norway. Bali.
No way.
from? Everyone from Norway.
Where are you
Hvordan går det?
from?
Yeah, Norway.
My brother is living in Norway actually.
Oh, okay. What is this?
What do you think about nightlife here?
Oh, the nightlife is so good. You know, Mexicola is so great. And Old Man's, they have cheaper drinks. So if you need to like free force, you go there and then you go
And
there.
then you go back. And then?
Yeah.
The question
and then you go to Summer.
The question of the day. The question of the night. What do you think about my friend? 0 to 10. How would you rate him?
Of course, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Fair question.
So, honestly, before when you were working, he was like, yo, that girl is the cutest girl out here. So, kiss or slap?
Kiss.
Maybe like pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying, bro.
Okay.
Bali is one of the most beautiful places in the world. Really nice beaches, really nice people. One of the nicest people in the whole world. I really love Balinese people. We always helpful. We're always there if you need something. Traffic is crazy, although it's crazy.
Very crazy.
Unfortunately,
It's crazy. Like,
But,
1 hour everywhere.
definitely the quads, the bikes, the volcano, the beaches,
Everything
the
is crazy.
parties, the beach clubs, bro,
Beach clubs is crazy here. And cheap.
and cheap.
Cheaper. Not
Cheap
like
as fuck.
Miami.
But alcohol is expensive.
Alcohol is
But we don't drink.
But we don't drink. It's gonna be free.
So yeah.
What about what's the best nightlife in the world? Because you travel everywhere and you do this job.
Right.
So,
Like the best
just-
nightclub
Yeah, best 5 places
for
in
parties
the world.
in the world.
In the world.
So I definitely love Bali because the ladies here are exceptional, really beautiful ladies, and it's not only beautiful ladies. You have ladies who you can talk, and we're not like really snob. We're not gonna be looking from the top to you.
Yeah.
So the rates of like the hookup meter here is extremely high. So you meet a girl same night, you can take her home, or maybe 2 girls same night. So this place, as party-wise, is absolute madness. Malta is our hometown, bro. So Malta definitely. Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, Rio de Janeiro.
Las Cariocas. Spain has really good parties as well. Barcelona. Barcelona is amazing, and top 5, bro, Thailand.
Thailand. Crazy, bro.
Thailand
This
is
is the
really
most craziest place.
Yeah, so
I
in
never-
Thailand, you can lose dignity maybe in 1 minute or less.
Possible. What about Miami?
Bro, Miami.
Crazy. So great. I
So-
think this is the most craziest.
So you have money and you want to spend, you can go to Miami. Okay, if you're like broke like us, please
Come to here.
come to Turkey. Let's go to Turkey. No, for real, I love Turkey.
Turkey is very expensive. Nightlife.
No, okay, I don't know about nightlife, but like Turkey is amazing. Food is amazing. I love Turkish people. Architecture is really beautiful, and you're my neighbors.
Yeah. He's from
Georgia.
Georgia. Komşu.
Gürcistan.
Gürcistan.
What does you want to ask, bro?
Bro, another question.
Go ahead.
What's your favorite food in the world?
My favorite food. Okay, so I like Indian food. This isn't like any setup. I really love Indian food. Colombian food is amazing. Turkish food is worldwide, extremely famous, extremely good. Sushi, really good. And obviously Italian cuisine is really good. Georgian cuisine is amazing, but you get fat. If you want to get like this,
Yeah, I can see.
you can go to Georgia.
Like me, when I got Turkey, but I lost kilograms, bro.
How many? Okay, if you want to be like this, don't go to Georgia.
No,
You're gonna get fucked up.
I'm sure. When I come in Bali, in 15 days, I lost 6 kilos.
In 15 days.
Yeah.
6 kilo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Come to Bali.
that's my challenge. I'm gonna lose this. I'm fasting.
Fasting.
Yeah.
Fasting, right? Ramadan.
18 hours Ramadan. 18 hours
I don't know
fasting.
that. What's your religion, bro?
My religion depends on the situation.
Depends on the country.
On the situation, bro.
So tomorrow we are going to Savaya.
Tomorrow we are going to Savaya. Savaya, guys, for those who don't know, is the fanciest place here for parties. So if you want to go to see the cutest guys, cutest girls in Bali, Savaya is the place.
I never been there.
Tomorrow you're gonna see.
Tomorrow we're gonna. What time we gonna do it?
We need to be there before 6 because sunset is at 6:30. So
It's gonna be amazing.
after it's, we need to pay, so we need to go before.
We are broke, guys. Yavaş yavaş videolarımızın sonuna geliyoruz. Hey guys, how are you? How are you, bro? Oh, I'm good, bro. Where are you from, guys?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. And you?
Good.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Jen.
Dan. Where are you from?
I'm Perth.
Perth. Okay. Do you like Perth night or Bali nights?
Bali.
Out of 10 here?
50.
15. Why? What's the
Perth is
best
like a 5.
thing? And here, what's the good thing here?
It's everyone's just so nice. Everyone's just so nice and it's just a vibe, you know?
The vibe is very good here.
Yeah.
People are nice here. And cheap
Definitely.
here.
So cheap.
So cheap.
Compared to Perth, Perth is so expensive. Why we like Bali better than Perth? The people, the nights out, and the tattoos. Yeah, she's talking about boys.
Boys.
She loves Bali boys.
You like Bali boys?
Yes, they're the best.
They're the best?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bali babies.
Bali babies. So what's
But
next?
okay.
You're gonna stay here?
No, we're going to engine room. Yeah, engine room.
Engine room? What's that?
In Kuta.
In Kuruda.
Yeah, the best club.
Oh,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You should go there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a
Where
good night.
can I see this video?
Of course.
Where can I see it?
Where can? Here.
I'll take a photo.
Of course.
All right.
You get it?
Have a good
Nice to meet you. Good night.
That's it. That's it. Woo!
Good night, brother. Oh my god, I like your hair. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Daria.
Daria, where are you from?
I'm from Dubai.
Bali?
I do live in Dubai.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But normally?
Normally from Kazakhstan.
Oh, we are so close. We are from Turkey.
Oh, you're from Turkey?
Yes.
Oh, nice. From where exactly?
Huh?
From where exactly in Turkey?
Izmir.
Izmir. I used to work in there.
No way.
Yeah, I used to work beside the Izmir in Side.
Oh,
Mandapur.
yeah,
Yeah.
so close in America. Hi, bro.
Yeah.
Carry on. I'm just listening.
Okay, bro. What do you think about Bali nights? You like here?
Yeah, it's nice. It's busy.
It's busy.
Yeah,
There are so
lots of
many
people.
different people
Hello.
What do you think about Bali men's here?
Excuse me?
What do you think about Bali men here? They're,
Bali men?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't.
You didn't meet them?
No.
You didn't meet anyone?
I did, but most of Bali men which I met is like our
Like, how
guys.
is the men here? Yeah, how is the guys here?
Guys are great. Guys
yeah.
are like actually the nationality and the culture. They're very friendly, and I noticed that they have a really good sense of humor.
Ah,
They really have a good sense of humor. They're really friendly. Yeah, they're really
so fun
nice.
actually.
They're very fun.
They're very fun.
They have a yeah.
They have boyfriend here?
You don't know.
You don't know.
No.
But it is no. Okay. So where are you going right now?
Excuse.
Where are you going right now?
We're going to sit
Sand
beside
park?
the sea, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's pretty humid and pretty hot. We just
Yeah, it's
came
gonna
out
be
from
much
the
better.
club, so we want to
And I
sit
think
beside
they're
the
gonna
sea.
close right now.
Yeah.
At 1, they close.
Yeah, like in 10 minutes they will
10 minutes.
close.
Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
so we want to take some rest before we go home.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too.
Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, how are you? The question is like, what makes you happy?
Being alive.
Be like
Yeah, go party with your friends, enjoy your life, and then always be grateful.
grateful, always. Where
And
are you
then-
from?
I'm half Mexican, half Indonesian.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never heard this before.
Really?
So you speak Spanish then?
Un poquito.
Me too. Me too. What's your name?
Moon.
Moon.
Yeah.
Like moon.
Yeah, the moon.
You have amazing name.
Gracias.
Gracias. She's your friends as well?
Yes, but they are Balinese.
And they are Balinese.
Where are you from?
They are from Turkey.
Ah.
You've been in Turkey?
I like Cappadocia.
Ah,
amazing.
you've been there?
Never been there, but I want to go there.
You should. This summer.
Good luck with the interview.
Thank you so much.
Follow them.
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Nice to meet you.
Evet arkadaşlar. Bali geceleri böyle. Umarım sevmişsinizdir. Canggu'da böyle. Hareket hiç bitmiyor. Oradan başkası geliyor. Oradan başka... Ha, geldi gene bildim. Celia. Abi işte Bali geceleri böyle. Umarım sevmişsinizdir. Bizi takip etmeyi unutmayın. Zura Malta Party. Bro, thank you join me.
Bro, you're always welcome. Pleasure always to travel with you.
Always.
This guy's a fucking legend. Who doesn't know? How'd you say legend in Turkish?
Efsane.
Efsane.
Efsane.
Efsane.
Efsane. Woo. Good night guys.
See you in the next country.